Anyway, I'm working on a little painting. I got um, this thing I want to finish up, add a little more to it, and this other painting. This is becoming like my Mona Lisa of paintings. This cat painting. Um, yeah, I just kind of want to make it more detailed, but it's coming along pretty well. Anyhow, I have this new piece I want to do for you. I got a new piece I want to do for you. Early, I'm gonna try something different. Been working on my house, and man, I was just doing so much work yesterday that I didn't even have. I just tried to go out painting last night, and just couldn't. Just no energy at all. Just could not get myself to do anything. I need some more paint on my palette. Yeah, so if you want to leave a chat in the thing, we can hang out, talk. What's up in the world, man? I'm gonna go do some stuff. Yep, not gonna fit in there. Need a small brush. Sorry, sometimes when I'm painting, like I just kind of go like this kind of la la land kind of. So sometimes it takes me a minute to. I was just thinking about this thing today. I was reading, or yesterday. I take it back. I've been doing this thing called Word of the Day, and just did one recently on the why. Why are you here? What are you doing with your life? And yeah, just doing the Word of the Day. Anyway, I came across this reading of all things in this thing called My Utmost for His Highest. It says, have you come to the wind? Like, what? The wind. The Lord restores Job's loss when he prayed for his friends. You know how we can kind of get caught up in ourselves. And so the win is like when we turn from thinking of ourselves, like Job, he lost everything. And then the win was he started thinking about other people. When the Lord restored Job's, when he prayed for his friends. I should read this a little bit. Good thing to start off your morning with something positive, because sometimes, I mean, I'll admit it, I think of negative stuff. First thing in the morning, man, it's just like right in my face. Should have done something, should have done this, should have done this, that, and the next thing. it's kind of good to block in everything. And you can see on here what I'm looking for. Sorry, my camera is just not cooperating the way I want it to. Alright, there we go. Maybe get a little bit smaller here. Um, Sorry, just want to get this a little bit higher. I don't want to feel crowded here. All right. Is for you're gonna pray for others and not think of yourself. I don't know. I just seemed like it needed. I was like thinking about this and like I need to do a painting of like words. It's a beautiful morning. When I think about others, when we think of like when I think of big letterings, I think of like a building a fortress. Like we have these words and these letters, and where do the letters come from? It's interesting to read how different letters come from different origins. Like even like the Taurus or like a bull. They use the horns. They use for the excuse me. I got a frog in my throat. For the letter T comes from a Taurus, from a bull. I'll have to look this up. Maybe it's something I can do. Hey, how's it going? But yeah. Thanks, man. Shout out a question. Start a poll. Uh, Alright, so I'm making a question here. Alright, Thanks, man. Yeah. But just this letter, this was so weird because I've been doing these weird things, and one was why. I started with why, and then came to this one yesterday, the June 20th. It says, "Have you come to win yet?" I'm like, what? How did that happen? Let's just read the story here. This is a good way to start your morning. Read something positive. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's see what this has to say. Well, actually, I should probably be up closer. A sick, a pitiful and sickly and self-centered kind of prayer has determined effort and selfish desire to be right with God and never found to be in the New Testament. The fact that I am trying to be right with God is actually a sign that I am rebelling against the atonement by Jesus Christ on the cross. I prayed, Lord, I will purify my heart. If you will answer my prayer, I will walk rightly before you, will help me. But I cannot make myself right with God. I cannot make myself perfect. I can only be right with God if I accept the atonement of Lord Jesus Christ as an absolute gift. I am humble enough to accept it. I am surrendering all my rights and demands and cease from every effort. If I leave myself completely alone in his hands, then I can begin to pour my life out in the priestly work of intercession. There's a great deal of prayer that comes from actual disbelief in the atonement. Wow, that's heavy. There is actually a great deal of prayer that comes from actual disbelief in the atonement. Jesus is not being beginning to save us. He has already saved us completely. It is a, it is an accomplished fact, and it is an insult to him for us to ask him to do what he has already done. If you are not, this guy is heavy, man. This Oswald Chambers guy. Um, he has already saved us completely. It is an accomplished fact, and it is an insult to him for us to ask him to do what he has already done. If you're not now receiving the hundredfold which Jesus promised in Matthew 19:29 and not getting insight into God's word, then start praying for your friends. Enter into ministry of the inner life. The Lord restored Jacob's losses when he prayed for his friends and as a saved soul. When the real business of your life is intercessory prayer, whatever circumstances God may place in you, always pray immediately that his atonement will be recognized and fully understood in the lives of others, as has been in yours. Pray for your friends now, and pray for those whom you come in contact now. It's pretty powerful, man. Think about it. Yeah, thanks, man. All right. Well, let's see what we can get done here. When? What is your when? It's a good question, really. You know what I'm saying? Like, psh, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Kind of messing around here. What is your when? When are you going to start thinking about others? Thinking about what you can do for other people. Sorry, I gotta just check my camera real quick. All right. All right. So how's everybody doing today? How you guys doing? What's going on? Bubble letters. Like a kind of like a building design. Yeah. Yeah. How's it going? Just trying to do something different today. What is your win, man? Like win? It's like from Job. Was talking about stuff. So when are you gonna do it? When you start thinking about I just like to cover the page. Anyway, it's kind of a cool start of a piece when when, what's going on? How's everybody doing today? I love letters. I love lettering. I mean, I'm not a great letterer, but I just like the kind of. There's a lot of mystery around letters. Like, where did these letters come from? I have to research it more, but letters come from, like, the letter T. I mentioned it was the T. The top was like the horns. Whoops. The horns of a ox or Taurus. So you get the letter T. I haven't really figured out what I want to do with this painting yet. I just kind of wanted to start it. I have some other paintings working on. Here's one of my other paintings. This is a cat painting. It's kind of taken over. It's been like my Mona Lisa, like just taken forever. And this painting is just something I just started see Olympic Mountains and drawing it down there in Edmonds. I don't know why, but I just love letters. I keep getting drawn. And they say, a good way to beat burnout is just to try and do different things. Don't just stick with one thing. Try and experiment. I'm trying to think of how I can do this to make it look cool. Maybe I'll do some, I don't know, kind of going into a new territory here. Some kind of, when, what's up, man? When are you gonna get your act together? When are you gonna post a new video? When are you gonna do something? It's a good question to ask. Why, what, asking yourself hard questions. And cover the page. It's kind of an interesting idea, though. I mean, making letters into paintings. I might try this again with acrylics, just because I don't know if I like doing this in oil. I almost feel like an oil painting is like something you reserve for something else. I do want to I don't want to just leave it a mess, though. When I walk away, I kind of want to leave it with some hope, like I could possibly go a direction. Kind of like, when you clean up your house, you don't want to just leave it kind of halfway done, like half. You want to at least give it some hope, like it's going in a direction that you can work with. And come back later and see what you got. Anyway, kind of try and take a break here. And it's nice to start off my day with this, so I'm like trying to paint something. And so, yeah, it's been really fun to try and do something like this, something different. Just watching a video about how this one creator on YouTube kind of burn themselves out because they're doing one thing. And they just got tired of it. Anyway, so it's nice to try and experiment with things. So, anyhow, I think I'm going to try and take a break here. It's kind of like an underpainting. I don't know if you've ever heard of this term, but where you kind of just do this thing and this will dry sooner, and I can just totally go in and change it. So check back with me. I hope you like and subscribe, because yeah, I'm getting a lot of people that watch that don't subscribe, and so it's nice when people subscribe and watch this stuff. See any comments here? You guys gonna make comments, because I'm gonna be shutting it off here. All right. Well, anyway, it's kind of what I'm doing. So we'll talk to you in a bit. Take care, everybody. Have a good day.